Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourself, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of December 20. A journey through time up to 20th December 2024. Friday. Today is that is 20th December. Highlight in history. 1803. The Louisiana Purchase is completed at a ceremony in New Orleans. 1808. Peninsular War. The siege of Zaragoza begins. 1832. HMS Clio, under the command of Captain Onslow, arrives at Port Egmont under orders to take possession of the Falkland Islands. 1848 French presidential election. Having won the popular vote in a landslide, Louis Napoleon Bonaparte is inaugurated in the chamber of the National Assembly as the first and only president of the French Second Republic. 1860 South Carolina becomes the first state to attempt to secede from the United States with the South Carolina Declaration of Secession. 1915 World War One. The last Australian troops are evacuated from Gallipoli. 1917 the first Soviet secret police force is founded. 1924 Adolf Hitler is released from Landsberg prison. 1940 Captain America comics containing the first appearance of the superhero Captain America is published. 1941 World War II First Battle of the American Volunteer Group, better known as the Flying Tigers, in Kunming, China. 1942 World War II Japanese Air Forces bomb Calcutta, India. 1946 It's a Wonderful Life premieres at the Globe Theatre in New York to mixed reviews. 1946 An earthquake in Nankaido, Japan causes a tsunami which kills at least 1,000 people and destroys 36,000 homes. 1948 Indonesian national revolution. The Dutch military captures Yogyakarta, the temporary capital of the newly formed Republic of Indonesia. 1951 The EBR-1 in Akarko, Idaho becomes the first nuclear power plant to generate electricity. The electricity powered four light bulbs. 1952 A United States Air Force C-124 crashes and burns in Moses Lake, Washington, killing 87 of the 115 people on board. 1955 Cardiff is proclaimed the capital city of Wales, United Kingdom. 1957 The initial production version of the Boeing 707 makes its first flight. 1960 Vietnam War. The National Liberation Front of South Vietnam, popularly known as the Viet Congress, is formally established in Tan Lap village, present-day Tay Ninh province. 1967 A Pennsylvania Railroad metro liner exceeds 249 kilometers per hour, 155 miles per hour on their New York division, also present-day Amtrak's Northeast Corridor. 1968 The Zodiac Killer murders its first two officially confirmed victims, David Arthur Faraday and Betty Lou Johnson, on Lake Herman Road in Benicia, California, United States. 1970 Koja riot. After a series of hit and runs and other vehicular incidents involving American service personnel, roughly 5,000 Okinawans take to the streets, clashing with American law enforcement in protest against the U.S. occupation of Okinawa. 1973 Assassination of Luis Carrero Blanco. A car bomb planted by ETA in Madrid kills three people, including the Prime Minister of Spain, Admiral Luis Carrero Blanco. 1977 With the approval of the State Council, China's two largest newspapers, the People's Daily and the Guangming Daily, published in full for the first time the second Chinese character simplification scheme. 1984 The Sumit Tunnel Fire, one of the largest transportation tunnel fires in history, burns after a freight train carrying over 1 million liters of gasoline details near the town of Todmorden, England in the Pyrenees. 1984 disappearance of Jonelle Matthews from Greeley, Colorado. Her remains were discovered on July 23, 2019, located about 24 km, 15 miles southeast of Jonelle's home. The cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head. 1985 Pope John Paul II announces the institution of World Youth Day. 1987 in the Old Time Sea disaster, the passenger ferry Luna Path sinks after colliding with the oil tanker empty vector in the Tablas Strait of the Philippines, killing an estimated 4,000 people, 1,749 official. 1988 War on Drugs. The United Nations agrees upon and promulgates the United Nations Convention against illicit traffic in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, one of the three major drug control treaties currently in force. 1989, the United States invasion of Panama deposes Manuel Noriega. 1991, a Missouri court sentences the Palestinian militant Jensa and his wife Maria to death for the honor killing of their daughter Palestina. 1995, NATO begins peacekeeping in Bosnia. 1995, American Airlines Flight 965, a Boeing 757, crashes into a mountain 50 km north of Cali, Colombia, killing 159 of the 163 people on board. 1984, the Sino-British Joint Declaration stating that China would resume the exercise of sovereignty over Hong Kong and the United Kingdom would restore Hong Kong to China with effect from July 1, 1997, is signed in Beijing by Deng Xiaoping and Margaret Thatcher. 1985, Aeroflot Flight 101 by 435 is hijacked to China by its first officer. 1986, Mikhail Gorbachev, leader of the Soviet Union, releases Andrei Sakharov and his wife from exile in Gorky. 1995, the United States government restores federal recognition to the Nottawasapi Aran brand of Potawatomi Native American tribe. 1999, Macau is handed over to China by Portugal. 2004, a gang of thieves steal £26.5 million worth of currency from the Donegal Square, West headquarters of Northern Bank in Belfast, Northern Ireland, United Kingdom, one of the largest bank robberies in British history. 2007, Elizabeth II becomes the oldest monarch in the history of the United Kingdom, surpassing Queen Victoria, who lived for 81 years and 243 days. 2007, the portrait of Susanne Bloch, 1904, by the Spanish artist Pablo Picasso and O Labrador de Cafe by Brazilian modernist painter Candido Portinari, are stolen from the Sao Paulo Museum of Art in Brazil. Both will be recovered a few weeks later. 2019, the United States Space Force becomes the first new branch of the United States Armed Forces since 1947. Thank you very much for your patience.